What's up, movie crew? It's that time where I show you everything I watched during the previous month. But before I get started, if you are new to this channel, my name is Luke, this is Let's Watch a Movie, and if you're into anything cinema and physical media related, you've come to the right place, so hit that subscribe button. Alright, before I get started, a couple things. One, if you were looking for my watch list from April, I have a couple of videos dropping all at the same time during the first week of May. So that one was done on Instagram. So if you want to check that out, you'll have to head over to my Instagram page. I will try to remember to have a pinned comment down below for that particular post for anyone that wants to see it. Also, normally I would make this two videos, one that shows the TV shows and one that shows the movies. But long story short, I watched a lot of things in a short amount of time, and there wasn't really a lot of... Basically, you're just going to get everything in one video today. But I do want to start off with the stuff I watched in theaters. Alright, so one of the previous Regal Mystery Movie Mondays was Hypnotic. Personally, I liked the movie. I thought it was good. However, as more reviews have started pouring out, it's kind of clear I'm the only person who liked the movie. So take with that info as you will. Another Regal Mystery movie that I saw, and I know that there's not a review for this one or the next movie I'm about to mention, was Kandahar with Gerard Butler. Alright, I want to say now, this is the closest to a review I'm going to do with this movie. It does touch on a lot of current mainstream topics that I'm uncomfortable talking about. But as far as the movie itself goes, if you like the whole Gerard Butler saving the world sort of thing that he does in his movies, this is a good movie. It is a well-made movie. But some of the stuff in there, for me personally, I don't feel comfortable talking about on here. And I don't want to go into tangents about some of the current topics that it's talking about. I just don't want to do that. I also saw Guardians 3. I did end up seeing that a week later than everyone else did. So I kind of didn't do a review just because everyone else already had theirs out. Overall, I enjoyed it. Good movie. One of the better movies that Marvel's done post-Endgame. But I'm not in the same boat as everyone else where a lot of people have said like this is like S-tier Marvel. I don't think that. And of course, I saw Fast X. Y'all have already seen the review. If not, pin comment down below. Fast and Furious movies, you pretty much get what you get with those. Alright, so to get prepared for Guardians 3, I rewatched 1 and 2. 1 is still a really good movie, and I get why a lot of people put this up there as one of their favorite movies. Me personally, fun movie. Nice to see James Gunn do something a little bit different because I'm someone that knows his trauma stuff, Slither, that sort of thing. So for me, this felt a little different. Guardians 2, also a good movie. And I actually know a couple of people that put this above 1. And again, I understand it. And I will say, as a trilogy, the Guardians trilogy is probably the best trilogy in the MCU at the moment. If anyone wants a video where I explain why I think it's the best trilogy, let me know down below and I'll do a video giving my thoughts on that. Overall, I think everyone likes the Guardian stuff more than I do. I like them. I saw 2 in IMAX, if that says anything. But overall, I think that I just don't like them as much as everyone else does. On the flip side of that, I love the first 2 Ant-Man movies, and most people think those are meh. So take with that as you will. And I just accidentally kicked my tripod. Sorry. Well, I didn't kick it accidentally. You get the point. Alright, so Toxin. This is one of the 75-cent Big Lots movies that I picked up. It sucked. Long story short. Same with Territory 8. And these, along with another movie that I picked up somewhere else, Aftermath, all these have such similar covers that I had to look it up to see if these movies were connected. They're not connected. They're very interchangeable, and none of them are that good. That's all I got to say on that. Next, we've got Wolverine, the Marvel anime series. Alright, let me just say the X-Men anime was really good. And I wish they would have kind of done a little bit more connective tissue between that and this. But they didn't. They made Wolverine some skinny dude. I just couldn't get into this one. Out of the 4 anime series they did, which was Iron Man, Blade, X-Men, and Wolverine, this one's probably my least favorite. The Secret of Nim. Bought this at Big Lots. I saw it for $2.99, so I thought, you know what? Why not? It wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. Shout out to Don Bluth for doing his thing with some of his movies back in the day and giving Disney a run for their money. You don't really see that happen too often. While We're Young, this was an entertaining movie. This is definitely for an older audience. Like, older than myself. Yes, I'm aware I'm in my 30s and all, but this is definitely for, like, older married couples. When they hit that, like, rough patch in their marriage and stuff. Like, this is more something for them than it is for me. Wasn't a bad movie. I enjoyed it, but at the same time, I'm not the demographic. Hurricane Heist. I picked this one up, I think, also at Big Lots. It was alright, kind of stupid, but given that the director is also the director of the Fast and Furious movies, what do you expect? Happy Feet and Happy Feet 2. Alright, so I dug this up. Well, forgot that I gave my copy to someone else because they have kids. Went and rebought it because, long story short, both movies have Looney Tunes shorts as their special features, and I wanted to get all my stuff ready for my Looney Tunes collection video. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and sit down and rewatch them. First movie's pretty good. Second movie, not bad, just not as good as the first one. And directed by the director of Mad Max. I just find that interesting. Batman, the Doom That Came to Gotham. It was good. I enjoyed it. But I think it could have been better. That's really all I got to say on that one. Alright, so last month I rewatched Resident Evil Degeneration and its sequel, Resident Evil Damnation. So I watched the third in that series, Resident Evil Vendetta, and the Netflix series Resident Evil Infinite Darkness. Both of these are good, but my personal opinion, Degeneration and Damnation are just so good that both of these kind of look mediocre in comparison. That being said, if you're a fan of the games, you definitely need to watch these because they're more loyal to the games than the actual live action movies are. Mile 22. I picked this up at a local Dollar Tree when I was just trying to see what random movies they had so I could buy some movies just for their cases. And they had this and I didn't have it. So I thought, you know what? Pick it up. Not a bad movie. Kind of short, so I was able to watch it with no issues and complain about how long the movie is, all that stuff. So, there's that. Green Lantern First Flight. So once again, despite being a DC fan, I actually dug this up out of my stuff because one of the bonus features is an episode of Duck Dodgers, and the Looney Tunes Collection video is coming soon. And given that the DC DTV movies have short run times, like, you know what, I'm going to sit down and watch this again. For those that don't know, Stabler from Law & Order voices Hal Jordan, and he does a good job with it. Like, I honestly don't know, but something tells me I would not be surprised if Christopher Meloni is a legit comic book fan, given he did this, he was in Man of Steel, and he played the lead character in Happy. That's a lot of comic book roles for someone who's known for playing a cop. And some, like, when this came out, Hal Jordan wasn't as prevalent of a character as he is now. They were still kind of using Jon Stewart in the animated series. They were using him, Jon Stewart and Kyle Rayner in the comics at the time. So kudos to him on that one. And by the way, I really hate that we didn't get a sequel to this, because there was a planned sequel, but it didn't. That one didn't sell as well as they had hoped at first. Space Jam. So I recently bought Space Jam: A New Legacy just to have something else Blu-ray for the upcoming Looney Tunes Collection video. I thought, you know what? I've got this movie on 4K, the good Space Jam movie, so I'm going to sit down and watch it. And I'm aware that older generations hate on my generation for loving this movie. And the younger generation doesn't really understand because LeBron is to them what MJ was for my generation. But you had to have lived in the 90s to understand why we love this movie as much as we do. Yes, it is stupid. There's a lot of stuff that makes zero sense. But for a lot of us, we grew up with this. A lot of us saw it in theaters. This was a movie that could be put on in schools when they want us to shut up. I went to daycare. This was a movie they put on for us to shut up. This is a staple of my childhood. Yes, it is stupid. No, it doesn't make any sense. I completely get why Joe Dante did not want to do a direct sequel and did Back in Action instead. But this is still a fun movie for me, and most people like myself that grew up in the 90s will probably agree with me. Yes, I had to go on that tangent because I get a little annoyed when people hate on that movie. The Spy Who Dumped Me. Alright, if you didn't see the weekly haul that featured this particular purchase, I will have that down below. I picked it up because it was in the $5 bin at Walmart, and it ended up ringing up for $3.96. It's stupid, but it was a lot more fun than I was expecting it to be. Overall, this was a fun movie. It doesn't take itself too seriously. Yeah, some of the stuff in it doesn't make sense, but I still think it was worth the watch. And I only paid $3.96, so I'm not going to bitch about it. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Again, Looney Tunes Collection video coming up. So I pulled this out of the collection. I was like, you know what? I'm going to rewatch it. Let me just say, one, this is one of the better Disney 4Ks out there. Just my opinion. I know Disney 4K titles kind of get mixed responses from people. I thought this one was pretty decent. And again, I enjoy this movie. A Serious Man. Alright. If you saw the weekly haul video where I bought this, then you know that I accidentally bought it a second time because I forgot that I had the movie. And I clearly never watched it because when I sat down to watch it, I didn't realize that there were people in there and the plot was very unfamiliar to me. Not a bad movie, but if I were to do a ranking for my Coen Brothers movies that I own, this would probably be towards the bottom. It's not a bad movie. It's just that the Coen Brothers have that many good movies in their filmography. And for me, this is definitely not Fargo, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, or No Country for Old Men. That's all I got. Like, it's definitely worth watching if you see it because I got it at Dollar General for a very cheap price. So yes, definitely check it out. And if you're a Coen Brothers fan, it's worth the watch. King Tweety. I saw this at my local Barnes & Noble. It was on sale, so I ended up getting it for $11. Includes a slipcover. I'm not a big fan of the animation style they went with this. I definitely like the older animation style and the one that they used for like Looney Tunes Back in Action. They definitely went with a more overly comedic style with this. And if you're a fan of the Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries show that aired in the late 90s, early 2000s, I believe, you'll definitely want to watch this. It's definitely similar to that than it is some of the Looney Tunes shorts. And it does have 3 bonus episodes of the Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries for anyone that wants to check this out. Again, the only place where I saw an actual copy of it in stores was Barnes & Noble, but again, I only paid $11, which ain't bad for a fairly new DVD with a slipcover. Bugs Bunny's Cupid Capers. I got this at a pawn shop a while back because I had to buy so many to get a discount. And when I was pulling up the stuff, I just thought, hey, this has a short runtime, so I'm going to go ahead and watch it. And it's not bad. It's just a couple of romantic related Looney Tunes shorts spliced together as a special. And it's got 2 Bugs Bunny shorts as bonus features. I believe one of them on here is exclusive to this DVD. So if you're a Looney Tunes person, you might still need to pick this up if you're trying to complete your shorts collection. And finally, one of the reasons I haven't watched a lot of TV shows recently is because I have now acquired all 6 volumes of the Golden Collection. So I went through the first 3 volumes over the past month. I will go more in depth on these with the Looney Tunes Collection video. I do hate that these don't really focus a lot on the older shorts, because this was meant for the collectors more so than the kids. But it's got a lot of the quintessential classics. All 6 volumes, even though I only watched these 3, are loaded with special features. You get additional shorts. You get stuff that's Looney Tune affiliated, but not necessarily Looney Tunes. Like you got some MGM shorts in there. You got the Private Snafu shorts. So these are definitely worth picking up if you can find them. I got these 2 on eBay in a set for $15. I got this one a while back. I think I only paid $9. The only one I really paid any money on was Volume 6. So if you're a Looney Tunes person, definitely pick up the Golden Collection. I know a lot of people on here want specific Blu-ray stuff. You still need the Golden Collection. That's quintessential for your collection if you're a Looney Tunes fan. And that is everything I watched during the month of May. And as always, if you are new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. You like what you see, leave a thumbs up. Comment down below, what have you watched during the month of May? And by any chance, is there anyone out there like me that actually liked Hypnotic? And to those that saw Kandahar, what are your thoughts on the movie? But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you all for watching and tune in next time.